My town had less than 1,000 people. The closest hospital was only 4 hours away. With my condition, the medical services were almost non-existent. Leaving there were no option for me to get better. Even if the medical facilities were available, my parents could not afford to pay. As if this obstacle wasn't enough, racism was alive and dwelling in the hearts of my own family. Members of my family forbade my mother to marry my father because her skin was darker than my dad's. Because of my parents' love, my family did not get the help we desperately needed, like the other lighter-skinned family members did. 15 years ago, my parents had to make a hard decision. Either stay in a country that would likely kill me and continue to suffer racism from the closest to them, or come to this country in search of a better future with the state-of-the-art medical services, and to live in the land of the free, a land free of racism and poverty. My parents chose this country. But growing up for me wasn't easy, nor was it free of poverty and racism. On September 13, 2008, I shredded the apartment building we lived in. For me, this harsh reality only happened on TV. I never imagined it would be my harsh reality. With a light knock on the door and a picture of a wanted criminal at hand, they pushed through the door and started screaming at my mom. They searched our home as if we were criminals. My 8-year-old sister and my 4-year-old mother were crying hysterically because they were confused and scared about the violence happening around them. My mother tried her best to be strong, to not break down, and not to scare them even more. As soon as I left my house, I peeked out of the window to see if it was over. But what I saw haunts me to this day. Instead, I saw ICE putting handcuffs and chains on our neighbors. They were treated worse than criminals. They were treated inhumanely. That day, 4 families were separated, and 11 men were deported. That day changed my life completely. In February 2013, SB 140 was introduced. This is a copycat law bill modeled after Arizona's SB 1070, Proof of Citizenship. What does this mean for Kansas? It means that anyone, regardless of their status, could be detained and asked to prove their citizenship. This is legalizing racial profiling. If we support this bill, not just all immigrants and people of color will suffer, all Kansas will. We will be fostering the following behavior, providing that more people will be forced into the shadows, less people will report crimes. More workers will be exploited, pitting worker against worker and driving down all wages. Our economy will suffer because people will have less money to spend, giving less taxes that will pay for our state and local budgets. We will be creating more unemployment and less services. There will be more ICE raids, increasing more separations of families, and pushing more people into poverty. Finally, more people of color will be terrorized on a daily basis. This is not the Kansas I call home. Is this the Kansas you want?
No.
It is urgent that we vote no on SB 140.